Hello everybody, welcome to lesson 6 of the beginning Java series. Today we're going to be talking about methods. I love methods, methods are awesome. It looks super duper confusing, but trust me, whenever we get talking about them, it's going to get super duper simple. So you may be asking, what are methods? So methods are reusable blocks of code that perform the specific tasks written inside them. We've been using this method, but today we're going to be changing it up and we're going to be making our own. So we've been using methods all along, like this one, but we've also been using these things called predefined methods. So I'm going to type up some predefined methods right now. So some predefined methods are, we got print line. We've been using that one for quite some time, since just the very start. We use this one, I think it's at episode 5 or 4 it was. When we were taking user input, if you guys remember that, we've been using this one. And these are like the two main ones that we've been using. But it's about time that we start making our own, because they're very powerful. So right here, this is an example of a method. Let's be talking about the method syntax. So the basic syntax of a method, you have your return type, which is void here, but here it's integer. So just think of it as a variable type, but instead it's for your methods. You have the name, okay? And then you have your parameter, okay, your parameter type. Which inside this case, our little example right here, our return type is void, our name is say hello, and our parameter type is string. Okay, so now that we have this, all this does is use the name that you assign to it and say hello with the name. That's it. It's just a little greeting. So now let's start talking about defining and calling our methods. So let's look at our calculate sum right here. Let's be looking at this one. So it takes two integers and adds them together, and then it returns the sum as an integer. Okay? And the keyword return just sends it back to the caller. So you call this method, all we have to do is use its name and provide the necessary argument. So up here, we have integer result. Okay, so we create a new integer called result, which is going to equal calculate sum, and then you put in your two integers, num1 and num2. It doesn't need to be equal to whatever's down here, because this is just an example. This is never actually ran before this is ran. This will never be ran unless you type in calculate sum, parentheses, number, comma, space, number, syntax, okay? So that's all you're going to need for that part. So I think it's about time that we start talking about method overloading. So method overloading is one of the most powerful parts of methods. It allows us to have one return type on a method and the same name. They can both have the same name, but with different return types. So this one can be an integer and this one can be a double, but they can both have the same name. So up here, you have your double part, and that's the double result, because you can't name a result because result is already a name, or a variable name, so you can't match that. So it allows us to use the same method name for just similar stuff without worrying about naming conflicts, and it just makes our code more readable and concise. So let's talk about returning values versus void methods. So here we have a void method. This does not return a value, unlike our calculate sum does. So methods that don't return anything, their return type is going to be void. So our example right here, the say hello method takes a string parameter called name. Okay, it doesn't return a value, but instead just performs the task of printing a greeting. And void methods are usually used for actions that don't require a result but need to execute some code. Okay. So I think that's gonna be it today. It brings us to the end. So this was our lesson on methods. We covered the basics just the basics. And we talked about method overloading. So yeah, we just scratched the surface of what methods do. But in the next lesson, we're going to explore more advanced topics like method parameters, scope, and how to pass objects as arguments. So make sure you guys keep on practicing and just make sure you experiment a little bit with methods. Just become comfortable with them before you move on to the next one. It's very fundamental. So I hope you guys found this helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll reply. Oh, there's a spider! Oh, buddy, you done messed up now. Did I kill him? It's funny. Sorry about that, guys. I'm leaving that in the video. He just jumped on my leg, dude. He gone, though. I think I got him. Yeah. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. If you guys are looking for anything a little bit easier, you guys can also move over to our Python course. It's super fun. I've been trying it out, going along with it. It's so much fun. So, yeah. See you guys inside the next class. Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Follow along with the tutorials. Have a good rest of your day. Good night.